Hey guys, welcome to another quickie. I got something in yesterday and I just really wanted to quickly show it to you, but that is not a spider crawling on my chest. That's to help us with our quality of sound. We'll see how it works out. Thanks to the power of the YouTube channel, we've been getting a lot of customers or collectors who have been coming to us to authenticate their guns. Yesterday was a good example of somebody who said, I bought a party leader, he was convinced that it was 100% correct, bought it some years ago, and sent it to us to authenticate. Unfortunately, I knew immediately within 3 seconds that it was reproduction. Let me tell you 4 ways that you can tell if a party leader is real or fake. Actually, the best way is have us evaluate it. Feel free to contact us at legacycollectibles.com and we'd be happy to evaluate your prized possessions. I specialize in Walthers and Lugers. We'd be happy to help you out. But here's how you can tell. So this is the PPK that he sent me. Now there's some things about this that are very good. It's actually a quality fake, but a fake nonetheless. And here's one that is from my collection. Right away, I look at the serial number, and it is in the proper range. This is 242, 242,000, which is in 1938. It should be in the 1938 range. This is 246. So I see the serial number. That doesn't have anything to do with the grip, but it is on a proper era gun. But right away, I look at the color. So step number 1 is the color or the look of the grip. The first fake party leaders I saw looked more like this. So you see how dull that color is? But then they got a little smarter and somebody took the dull grip, and you can see, if you look here, you can see it's been sprayed with shellac. So somebody put a coat of shellac to make it shinier. Again, the goal was to make it look like this. And they did a pretty good job of making it look like that, but it's sprayed on shellac. And so again, so you want to look at that. Now I imagine when they first sprayed it, it looked a lot better. The second is the feel. This dull one, this is what it was like right off of the press. And when I rub it, I'll do that, my new mic that looks like a spider. I feel sandpaper. There's sharp edges. The diamonds are sharp. And by the way, I checked out a Black Widow grip that goes on a Luger. A fake one had the same feel. It had real sharp diamonds. This one, unfortunately, the person who improved this one by spraying it, when I rub this one, it's smooth. And that's probably because the shellac rounded off the edges. So that was actually a smooth move, making it smooth. But this one has a feel. So first is the look of the grip. Second is the feel of the grip. The third, I'm going to take this off just to show you the third way that you can tell. Okay, so the third way, I had to take a pause and pull the grips off, which you have to be very careful pulling them off. These crack very easily. They should be made of very brittle Bakelite, and they crack very easily. The reproductions, sometimes they're good enough to make them with Bakelite, but most of them are a softer plastic. So let's take a look on the inside. You've probably heard that all PPK grips, they had problems with cracking, so they put an aluminum insert or a metal insert. You can see it. And if I looked at all of these grips that I have here, every one of them has a metal insert. Sometimes they're a little buried in there. You can see where the plastic mold is actually partially covering the insert. But on the, we'll call it the shellacked fake grip, there is no metal insert. So that's a third way you can tell. Now that's not a end-all be-all, because again, the fakers, they must watch YouTube videos, because they now have this grip with the insert. Let me show you. Remember the dull one? And look at the insert. They did it. Basically, what I think they did, they took a real grip that was cracked or damaged in some way and salvaged the insert and then put it into the mold. So you have to be careful. They're getting better, and unfortunately, they're going to watch this and improve it even more. We did color, feel, the metal insert, and finally the weight. Let's take my scale here. I'm going to put a real party leader on there, 1.25. And by the way, if I take any one of these grips and I throw them on here, that one has the screw in it, so it's 1.3. With this, you'll see the screws in on there, so that's the difference in weight. But they run anywhere from 1.2 to 1.3, somewhere in that range. Now, if I put the Mr. Shellac on it, he is 1.6. So it's heavier. The reason it's heavier, and this is it would be really hard to tell on the video, but what I can see is it's a little thicker. It's a little thicker. You can see it on the top and on the panels. The fake one is a little thicker. And when I look at this one with the metal insert, it's even more so. I can see the thickness of the panel, top and the sides. So that's just a real quick overview. Again, if you're not an expert on this, you shouldn't be spending $9,000, $10,000 on a party leader unless you know for sure it's real. When we sell these, you will see that every grip is slightly different. These are like fingerprints. And so when we sell one, we give a lifetime guarantee that it's all original. And the way we do that is we just save a picture, we give you a picture, close-ups, and like a fingerprint, you can easily identify that this was the one I sold you 10 years ago, and if it turns out that it's a fake, we give you your money back. So you want to go with a reputable dealer who's going to give you a money-back guarantee, because you're talking about the difference between $200 and $10,000. Hey, thanks for watching. That was a quickie. If you're like me and you can't get enough of this stuff, click here to subscribe. That way we'll send you notification when we do something new, or click one of these buttons for recommended videos.